That is tall bamboo. I'm going to go in there. Yeah, show you what it's like trying to get through one of them. Okay. This forest is not just bamboo, it's a bit of everything. So, I've actually not been along here before. This is new territory for me. This is almost definitely an untended tomb. At some point it would have been, well, it would have looked very different. So I'm going to see if I can get round and go down this way. Always risky, but always fun. Not always fun. I'm hoping you can hear me okay. Holding the camera. I've had a few accidents walking through the forest. Mostly just when I slip and fall down a small hill. Tumble, tumble, mustn't grumble. Made that up. I've been bitten several times, not by snakes, maybe by spiders. I'm not unsure. Stupid. I'm unsure. Right, that's impassable. So, now in these situations, if you're lost and you come to something like this, and you think for one moment it's impassable, then turn around and go back. That just gets thicker and thicker and darker down the bottom. So I won't even try. I don't like the look of that. That looks like a den for a creature. I don't like dens. So let's turn around and go back. When you have to turn around and go back, does that mean you were lost? Yeah, I suppose so. Does it matter? Not really. So, if you're lost, does it matter? Not really. If you've got food and water, you'll always get out of something. Just be patient, be careful, take your time, don't rush. You'll be okay. Just going back on what I said earlier, I don't know when this is going to be edited. Although the Chinese do come out and tend to their loved ones, that's about all they do on the mountains. They don't venture inside the mountain as such, and they only use the footpaths. Now, I'm not criticising. What they do is very safe and a very good idea. Maybe they're not quite so adventurous, and that's all there is. Well, they're certainly adventurous online, and they're certainly adventurous when it comes to making money. Maybe they've got it right. I'm going to turn this off now, because otherwise... Yeah, I think you can see how steep that is now. You know, some people live on or near hills all around the world, and you think, it's just another hill. Our hills are bigger, our hills are steeper. There are some people who live in cities on flatlands and never see hills in their life, and they would like to. I think 80% of the Chinese people I've met in 13, 14 years 80% have never seen snow. They haven't had that opportunity. Right, I'm walking up this hill, not to show you how to walk up a hill. I'm walking up this hill because I can. That's all. What I mean by I can, I've got the energy. And I want to. It would be impossible to walk up here if it was raining. Very steep. Unless I'm going on a serious trek, serious, like the Himalayas, which I did last year, then short treks like this, I don't even tell people. I don't feel unsafe, and the town itself is only from the very top all the way down to the city is about 3 miles, maybe 4. I'd have to be pretty injured not to be able to get 3 or 4 miles. So sometimes I just come to this mountain range with a bottle of water. Don't always have to take all the survival kit you need. Certainly if some of you are new to this, then you do. Don't get complacent with someone else's actions. Yeah, one of the things I'm quite confident in saying, wherever I go, I can seem to get myself out of trouble, even if I have a slight accident, and that's only through experience. I'm no Crocodile Dundee, that's for sure, but I do know wildlife, terrain, and my own physical abilities. Never really mentioned on any of the YouTube channels, but yeah, it's not just about liking it, it's also having the experience, which most of it I gained when I was in the army. I was in the army longer than I've been in China. Actually, about the same. So I served a long time, saw a lot, did a lot, and that's all I need to say. And it was great. I'm guessing it's taken me a while walking up here, not because I'm unfit or because it's steep, but because I keep stopping and talking to the camera. What's at the top? Let's see. Keep turning the camera around. I'm looking for somewhere to pitch a tent. Now obviously this seems pretty good, a tent or a hammock. The only downside to this is I suspect some of these are the remnants of tombs, and out of respect I don't want to sleep on a tomb. Out of respect, out of fear, don't know, not really sure. Maybe it wasn't, maybe it's not a graveyard, but it looks like one. There's no, other than the trees, nothing's growing here. Nothing at all. There, all round, but there's a circle. Some kind of Stonehenge. So I'm guessing under these rocks there are tombs. And like I say, out of respect, I won't stay here. Yeah. So I'm going to move on, find another spot. The flies. Right, I'll let the viewer see where I'm going. There's my shoes. I got them shoes from a shop called Sports Direct in the UK, and I even went to Everest Base Camp in these. Let me show you what I'm walking down, because I've never been here before, so therefore if I have an accident, then you, the viewer, if the phone is found, can see what happened. No, you can't, they won't put it on YouTube. And I do like the look of that. Wow, what a view. To get through that forest over to that mountain range to safety would take at least a day, maybe longer. And round this way to go up there to the top of that, well, that would probably take about 4 hours if you went that way. It's brilliant. I love it. There's a slight slope on this hill, but not much. I am going to pitch a tent, I think. Let's walk a bit further. Right, my clothes are absolutely drenched from sweat. The sun is baking me, and the flies are tormenting me. The temperature is roasting. I'm walking through a very humid forest in China, on the edge of Jiaoqing, Beilingsan. Don't like things like that. That looks like a den. Big enough for a fox or some kind of pretty large creature. Wow. I don't want to play with it. It'll come out angry and aggressive and bite my bloody hand off. That was big. That's the size of a toilet seat. The first mountain I ever slept on was a mountain called Bayou Mountain, Bayou-san, in Guangdong. Used to be on the edge of Guangdong, now it's more or less in the centre, and they built the city around it almost. That's what's almost happened. Yeah, and there used to be an airport. I've had a good suck there of blood, mate. And I used a hammock to sleep in, not a tent. And I slept in a hammock. I was awoken at 5 o'clock in the morning with the sound of clapping hands and singing from old men. Doesn't happen so much here. This is not a tourist park. You can quite clearly see that. The nearest one to here that's a bit touristy is one called Dinghu. That's a very nice mountain. God. Dinghu Mountain. About 12 miles from here. Relax and enjoy. God damn, you flies. In this plastic bag is a cloth that I have covered with mosquito repellent. So I'm hoping I can help a little. Around my neck. It worked. I don't like it. Oh, that's nice. I've got 2 more of these bottles to keep me going through the night. I've got a bag of tomatoes and grapes. That's quite sufficient. Wow, that's ringing wet to keep me going through the night. In a moment I'm going to pitch a tent in this area and get ready. Well, not get ready for the night, it's still too early, it's only about it's 5 o'clock. So, if you like it so far, excuse the mask, then subscribe, thumbs up. All the best, chat soon. You ever put up a tent in the outdoors? Everything's, it looks big right now, but it's not that big. It'll take 2 people, this tent. And on these trips it's just me. Hi. So quite hot right now. I'm inside my tent now. Because I'm not using a fly sheet, I'd like to show you what I can see. Yeah, and that's why I'm not using a fly sheet. The mosquito net is attached to the tent, keeps the little nasty critters out. Now these little guys, I don't think you can see them, I'm not sure. Little black things there. They got into the tent the same time as I did. Little bastards. Nothing else did, I hope. And there we go. So the tent is all set up for the night. And I'm going to have something to eat now. This is what I brought with me. Look at that. Tomatoes and grapes. Tomatoes and grapes and water. That's all I need. None of this Bear Grill stuff. I'm not lost in the jungle. I'm not going to need to eat the little critters to give me that protein. Up if you like it. Oh, there it goes. Oh, my hairstyle. Oh no, I didn't brush my hair. Stop up. Chat later.